ToastyTP asks, how do you handle Hamlin's being that short? Actually, when I first saw him, it actually surprised me that he wasn't 4'11", bro. It was like, I was shocked. I was just like, whoa, Hamlin's really isn't as tall as a garden gnome, you know? Like, I was just like, okay. I just see him as like a normal height human, you know? I don't see him as a garden gnome like I did before. So yeah, there you go. Roblox Champ 76 asks, what's your favorite skin to use in Fortnite and why? I would have to say that my favorite skin is either Fate or Sunstrider. I think Fate because like I always liked like the dark side when it came to like Star Wars, like Dark Side of the Force and everything. Like back when I played Knights of the Old Republic, like I was always dark side. I probably replayed that game like 10 times. Every time I was dark side, didn't even touch the light side. So it was just like, it reminds me of that, and it reminds me of like just the things that I do on stream, like the laugh and all that, you know? And it reminds me of that. And then there's Sunstrider. I just really like the aesthetic of the skin. I think it's a really cute skin, you know what I'm saying? And I just like to use it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shake that booty when I do that, them emotes, you know what I'm saying? At Bandit Normie asks, what is the thing you miss most from home after moving into the TSM house? I think the thing that I miss most is definitely my parents. They were really, really helpful because as you know, like I was pretty sick for a long time, and you know, my mom, my dad, they were always there for me. You know, my girlfriend was as well, but she's here with me, so you know. But yeah, definitely my parents. They were a huge impact in helping me get to where I am in terms of just like mental state and health and all that, so definitely them. At Lalejos asks, yo Dave, what are some tips to say when you want to approach a girl but don't want to seem like a creeper? This is just something that I would do. Like if I'm just in the mall and I'm single, of course, and I see a girl that I think's attractive or whatever, you know, I just walk up to her and be like, yo, I saw you from across the way, didn't want to pass up the opportunity to meet you. I'm so-and-so. That's the best way to start, in my opinion. I don't think I ever didn't have success when I started that way. At Legod Talks asks, what's your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon would definitely have to be Gengar. Like this actually goes back again to like what I said about like the dark side and Dark Jedi and everything. I feel like Gengar is just like the dopest Pokemon, and like it can learn all kinds of moves. It's cool. It'll lick its tongue out at you. Like, I don't know. I just think like its personality and portrayed in the shows and like just everything about it is just cool. I like the way he looks. I like his attitude. He can learn a lot of cool moves. I think it's dope. At Fallen Skull 276 asks, what is your go-to snack? Right now, I would have to say my go-to snack are these citrus and these gummies. My girlfriend always buys them, and I think they're so good. So like, I always just like, she buys a box of them, and like, I probably eat like 3/4 of it. They're so freaking good, man. They're so good. At Isaac Seki 8 asks, what are your favorite shoes? My favorite shoes would definitely have to be the Jordan 8 Aquas. Those are just my favorite shoes. I think they look amazing. I like how they're not just traditional colors. They're black, purple, and light blue. I think it looks, I just think they look so good. That's the only reason why. At Metro Kenshin _ asks, what's your favorite anime? My favorite anime is Akame Got Killed. I love the fight scenes. There's both the good side and the bad side, if you even want to call them good and bad sides. And it's like, I like all the characters. There wasn't like any character I was like, oh, that character's annoying. Oh, this character sucks. Trash, you know what I'm saying? Like, I loved every character. I like the fight scenes. And I just like the overall concept of it. It's really dope. If you like anime and you like fighting animes, that's definitely one I think you should check out. And in terms of fighting animes, I'm not really the one that likes like the animes that's like it'll show one scene where the guy's like going for the punch and then it'll like go to the other guy and he's just like, ugh, like he got hit. Like they actually show the hits. Like it's not implied or anything. So like I really like that, you know? I'm not with all that implied stuff. At Poisons asks, what was your favorite game before Fortnite and why? Right before Fortnite came out, I would have to say it went from Smite to Black Desert to a game called Critica that not a lot of people have heard of. It's just an MMO fighting game. And then it went back to Smite. And then it played Grand Theft Auto, and then it became...
I'm Courtney, and today we're spilling the tea.
You didn't ruin Guys' Day, right?
Fortnite either, but that game was probably the highest kill cap game ever created. People are gonna argue with me on that, but I feel like unless you put in the time to really learn and get really good at the game, I don't know if you could really have an argument to that, you know, because it was insane. Like if you hadn't played the game for like 2 years, you were just gonna get like doo-dooed on by people who had, you know? It was extremely high skill floor, you know? And then once you reach that floor, there was another extremely high skill ceiling on top of that. So it was just like, it was insane. At Samamuel11 asks, if you were an animal, what would you be? I think I'd have to say a dolphin, so I can outplay all the other sea creatures with my IQ. There you go, bro. At KLawCB asks, what was your first console and what was your favorite game? As far as I can remember back, I had a Super Nintendo and a PlayStation 1. Those were the first 2 consoles I ever played, and I had both of them. So I would, this is hard. For the Super Nintendo games, we used to play Super Mario All-Stars, and which had like all the, like a bunch of Mario games in one. And then we had, what do you call it? We had Mario Kart and just a whole bunch of games. But I would have to say Mario Kart was probably my favorite. Yo, at Nathan3194 asks, what would you be doing if you weren't gaming and streaming? I'd probably just be in college for business and then try to open up some sort of business. I'm not entirely sure what business it would be, but that's definitely what I'd probably be doing. At JorAnders80 asks, what was your most embarrassing experience in college? When it comes to like my most embarrassing moment, I wouldn't really say it happened in college, because I don't think I really had one, you know, not in college. So I'd rather say that it was in high school, and that was probably like, okay, well, to start off, when it comes to like embarrassing things, I like, if there's anything that I think that I might be embarrassed by, I usually just kind of like turn it around and make it into something funny, you know? Like for example, I was playing basketball one day, and it was at basketball practice, and me and another kid, we had swapped positions for a play. And I guess he didn't know where he was going or whatever, and long story short, his forehead hit my mouth when we were supposed to cross paths, and it knocked out my 2 front teeth. And like, you know, I was like just blood everywhere and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I started smiling at people. And everybody's just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like usually, like I feel like people would think that it's like embarrassing, you got your 2 front teeth knocked out, but I just smile at people and think it's kind of funny, you know? At EliteFN asks, in what way would you like the Fortnite meta to be changed? In terms of Fortnite meta, it's like right now, I think the meta is absolutely atrocious. Let's be honest. It's like you shoot a shotgun and then you spray your SMG or your drum. And if you don't have either one of those, you're probably spraying an AR. And it's really kind of, you know, so it's just like, I liked how it was before they took away double shotty. Because at that moment that they had took away double shotty, like all like the pro players and most of the streamers were already using shotgun SMG, and they got rid of double shotty when it was already weaker than shotgun SMG. So I was just like, you know, like, come on, bruh. So I really think that they should bring back double shotty and just leave it kind of how it is, because I don't feel like there's really another way to show diversity in terms of loadouts, because everybody's just gonna use shotgun and spray. It doesn't matter how you buff or nerf things, unless shotguns are just absolutely useless, then it's like everyone's just gonna use a shotgun and then they're gonna switch to the spray. Based on like the way that that Fortnite is, just based off building and how aggression is kind of rewarding, how else are you gonna have close quarter combat unless you have double shotty with only shotguns and sprays, you know? I just feel like bringing back double shotty would at least have some kind of diversity to loadouts, because right now, there isn't any. Yo guys, thanks for watching this episode of Ask Daquan. You know, if you really want to keep up with me and all that good stuff, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and